Hello, everyone. Welcome to part 18 of the project stream of Art Lounge. I'm your host. I am going to continue from where I left off yesterday. I think I did actually more work than I did on the stream afterwards, but it's a lot of it is minute. It's not that much for you guys to notice, but if you have noticed, I did more work on the dress, so it kind of gave it more shadows. I didn't like that the arm was the only area where there was shadow. It didn't seem right. So I kind of wanted to balance off the part, well, aside from the neck as well. But as far as the dress goes, there's other areas where there is shadow. So I didn't want it to be so stark and be the only area for it. Even though I do want to keep it more, as I mentioned, I like to keep it in a simple realm as far as the colors go. I guess it kind of resembles, or maybe it's influenced by the comic stream, where I've been looking at a lot of these comic book panels, and the colors are pretty much flat. So it's just kind of combining both of those elements together. It's combining like the flat images with flat colors with more realistic imagery. So I'm gonna try to pretty much make it as clean as possible. Don't have lines missing, don't have colors kind of going outside of the lines. And then once it's complete, once I find that it's satisfying, I'm gonna try to play around with some colors and see how it turns out. So I have two versions. And the hair is going to be predominantly the focus because everything else is pretty much finished. I added more shadows to the mandolin, the inside of the mandolin. And as you guys could see, I added the frets on the neck of the guitar. So pretty much comes down to this. Let's do neck shadow and see how this looks actually. That's interesting. The next shadow is... I'm on the eraser again. It looks so similar. Wonder if that makes a difference. I guess so. I don't think that it's... Trying to see if it's worth actually including that shadow or if the line is enough to show. Up close, it seems like it makes somewhat of a difference. Kind of like without the shadow. I'm going to leave it alone for now. And go back to making sure the hair is done properly. I'm wondering if including these little pockets is beneficial in some way to the overall image. I think so. Where's that? Uh-oh. Where is that color coming from? Okay. Simple fix in the neck shadows, so I'm just gonna cut it out and paste it into the hair. This is what you want to avoid. You want to make sure that you're drawing on the right layer each time you switch over. Somewhere else. Skin layer. We can go. Now it's all on the same layer. Let's just zoom out and make sure. Yep. Okay. In the right layer. And I think the only thing that's really left would be the pick. And then I think I'm gonna do some more work on shadows on the dress, just to define the lines a little bit more. Oops. Let's not do that again. Let's go to the mandolin. Let's go to... Or it could be actually the skin tone. Strange. Okay, there you go. So I did finish watching the rest of Stranger Things the other night, and it's a lot of fun. I really do enjoy that show, just because I am also a Dungeons and Dragons fan. I've mentioned this in other streams, but I just really like the idea that every time they sit down to play it, a new villain comes out. So it's kind of like a live version of Dungeons and Dragons that kind of plays into everything that's going on in their life as well. It's just pretty interesting. I really like that. I was a bit upset by what's the name? Oh, I can't remember it. Eddie. There you go. I was upset about Eddie, and I think a lot of people actually were upset about that as well. It seems like they really like him, but I think that was kind of the point, you know, to have you get more excited about the show, about its characters, by creating this character who is a protagonist and antagonist at the same time. Like he is villainized by the town. He's seen as like this cult leader who's committing all these murders and such, but really he's just like a Dungeons and Dragons nerd who does drugs sometimes, which I think is pretty funny. And I also think it's funny how he's like just mocking their generalization about him and judgment about him, and he's just like, I don't care, go fuck yourself. I think a lot of people could stand behind that as well. You know, these quote unquote religious types who are just like, oh, I'm such a moral person, but then I'm gonna take a gun and try to go and shoot a bunch of people because they don't fit my standards, or just because I'm an idiot and I just follow rumors, running around playing judge and executioner. And I think a lot of people could stand behind just being annoyed with that. It's just obnoxious behavior and total contradiction to their moral principles. Like, on one hand, you're talking about God and all this other stuff that he talked about, and how you're supposed to be this moral person. Next moment, you're going around witch hunting and killing people. Like, what? What morals are you talking about? That's just crazy. But it just kind of shows, you know, it plays on to like things that are going on now. It's also just tackling on all these different topics that have been going on in that time period as well. You know, in that in the 80s, and pretty much like any decade. It's the same stories over and over again. Same problems, rather. And it doesn't come from the kids, it comes from their parents, you know. Parents are the ones who are the ones creating these problems, recreating these problems. Just going around in circles, rather than actually addressing these problems. It's not like kids come up with all these political issues. It's like teenagers are making these problems and policies, or really old people. Really old, outdated, bitter people. It's the dress that's causing this. Nope. Dress shadow, maybe? Yes. But I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. I don't think he's dead. I think he's actually gonna come back. I don't remember if I shared this with you guys on the stream, but my theory is that just like number one, when he was thrown into that Shadowland, he transformed, right? Like, he took a different shape. And I think the same thing is going to happen to Eddie. Eddie's going to also transform maybe in some way, and he's going to like help him through the Shadowland. If not make a total comeback to the real world. But that's my theory right now. You never actually saw Eddie vanish or anything really that happened to him. The last scene was with him and Dusty. Working on the wrong layer. Yeah, I think that was the last scene is with Dusty, when Dusty's like holding on to him and he's telling him that he didn't run away, that he fought. I did think that the girl that number one was haunting was actually gonna die. I mean, that was convincing. I was like, whoa, how do you come back from that? I mean, all of her limbs were broken. But gladly, she's alright. I still haven't caught up on Westworld. And I'm also pretty stoked to get back to that. I just make a decision at the end of the night. I'm like, what do I want to spend my time on? Do I want to keep playing Creeks? Or do I want to watch Westworld? And Creeks wins every time just because it's a puzzle game. So it's like I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about different ways to solve the puzzles, which is a lot of fun. Plus, I love the art there. And coming from like streaming, I'm still in that mode of just like really appreciating art. I have to stay motivated to like go with it. I feel like it's in some ways better anyway because the episodes could collect, and rather than like taking a break from the story and then trying to remember what happened, I could just watch them all at once. Kind of binge it a bit. That's the only drawback to just waiting for the episodes. Like, I don't mind waiting. I actually like it. You know, I like that it's building up this anticipation. You're like, all right, cool. Tonight is going to be Westworld night or whatever. I like that. But just having to remember after a week what went on. I'm just kind of shaping the shadows because honestly, I like how they turned out. It didn't turn out too bad on the first couple of strokes that I made. If I got any Stranger Things fans on the stream, watching the stream or in the comments, post which one you identify with from the show. Who was your favorite? I like Elle's dad as an actor and also just character in the show, and also the helicopter dude, the one who owns Kanchinka. Funny guy. Not funny as an actual person. If he was an actual person, he's a scumbag, but just as an actor and the fact that he's like pretending making these jokes. But I think the way they're building it up to be is that he's actually gonna develop a conscience because of the other Russian guy who's like trying to shake it up for him. So he's probably going to stick around. I think a lot of people actually enjoyed the comedic effect coming from him. I remember this one. I'm probably going to get flagged for copyright infringement for this song. It's weird. You would think that like Twitch would already partner with them and say, okay, like whatever you guys are playing is fine. Because whenever I appeal it, it just instantly, like within minutes, it just goes away. But whatevs. Maybe at some point in the future it's going to be the case. Okay, big question now. The biggest question of them all. What color do I make her pick? And we're going to have to just give her a separate layer for that. I'm going to call this layer pick. In caps, and I'm gonna do like a yellow color because I feel like any other color is gonna be way too stark. But the entire point was the entire point of creating a new layer was to see what other color might work. It's definitely not purple or teal. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do yellow. 'Cause it's but really when you like lower the saturation, it could be any color. Like a blue wouldn't be bad because it's kind of going along with the dress. I feel like yellow just brings out the consistency more. It goes, you know, yellow, gray, bluish gray. And then it's just this mixture between skin tone yellow, skin tone yellow. So it's just kind of like ammunition with each other. But blue isn't bad either. Hey Annie, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Are you how did you actually find this channel? I was gonna ask before. So I'm gonna go between. Oh, there you go. I could just do a little between yellow and blue. All right, that's a good blue, but I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna see what yellow looks like now. I think Annie has exited the building, but next time it's just kind of hard to notice the chat with like Pretzel posting all these songs and stuff. And now I could just go between the two. Although I still think that too much of a lime color. Kind of want it to be close to the same color as the hair. Yeah, I just wanted to say sorry, guys, if I don't notice the chat. Just give me a little bit of time before I reply. Because I think there's also a delay as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the saturation so I could really notice whether it's yellow or... Yeah, there you go. It's such a short, not a short, but such a small difference. It really doesn't do much. And I also don't want the eye to like zoom in on the hand at the moment. I think I'm gonna go with yellow. Plus all the different parts of the guitar also have a hint of yellows as well, so it just kind of melds into the whole color scheme. Ever since I upped the resolution, I kind of lost like the pencil texture, which I enjoyed. Oh, how did I miss that? I see one of the strings got away. And it's still black. Let's go and fix that. I'm gonna head over to the mandolin folder. find guitar strings. And is it not? Yeah, it's in outlines. Guitar strings. And with a quick brush stroke, gonna bring it back. Even though these are such minute details, I still think that it plays an important role. See, I kind of like that. What's going on over here? How it's like outside of the line. I enjoy that. And I'm wondering if whether I should just... First of all, I want to make sure that everything is right here. I'm not missing any details. Okay. There's a little detail missing. It's right where the shirt is. Question is, do I want that detail there or not? I think it just kind of takes away the focus. I don't know. I'm gonna try to do it thinner. And also, I'm going to complete this line. I feel like I'm being a little too precious about any changes. What I could also do, I could just make that line using the shadow line. Or the shadow color. Oh, it's in the outlines. Let's go back to the dress shadow and think that looks alright. Ooh, and I see a very important detail to include, which is the skin right here and the dress. And go back to the dress. And go back to neck shadow. Boom. Important detail covered. The dress and canvas color is so close that it's hard to recognize whether it's canvas or I didn't color that area in, but I am noticing them. And I'm noticing that the diamonds are above the strings. That's gonna bug me. So back to the mandolin folder. Go to guitar strings. Or I could just drag them under. That solves the problem. Can't really tell. I don't think you're able to notice the difference. But while we're on this layer, I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. It just looks messy. Careless kind of. Whoa. Originally, that was kind of like just the intent of starting from something. I'll just put them down quickly. I just never went back to them. I think that does it. And the wedding ring. To be honest, I don't know what color it is because it's blurry in the image. Oh, that's too gray. I know that it's not super gray, that's for sure. Oop. Still lighter. Whoa, time has flown by. I didn't even realize that it's already 9 o'clock. Well, that's it for now, ladies and gents. I will be back tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. With the possibility of starting a new project, because I feel like this is pretty much done. I don't see more that I would like to work on. Maybe I'm gonna do some time and like nitpick things here and there off the stream, but yeah, I'm gonna make this available soon for you guys just to see at any point on social media. Stick around, there's gonna be some exciting news next week, ways that you guys can actually participate and be part of the stream beyond just chats and comment, which I do encourage you guys to post any questions, post any comments you have, and I will absolutely write you back, or I'll talk to you in the stream. Granted, I sometimes can't see it, but I will glance over at chat more frequently to check up on you guys. And yeah, just stick around. I will be back in 5 minutes. I'm gonna continue on with John Buscema's Conan the Barbarian, where I'm gonna be watercoloring a lot of the panels. So I'll see you in a few.